Before I started working with Simply Physio and my therapist, in the end of December, I ended up waking up to a really sore knee. It was stiff, hard to bend. So I waited a little while to give it some rest, see if it loosened up, see if the pain went away when putting pressure on it. Nothing seemed to be giving in that regard. So eventually I started icing it a lot, taking some anti-inflammatories, hoping to get it better, but it just seemed not to be getting better. It didn't have any type of, I guess you could say, stability issues or mobility, just stiffness and soreness and to put weight on. And so I tried to continue on with my normal day-to-day business, but could not maintain it. The pain and the soreness wouldn't last. So around February, I called Simply Physio and set up an appointment to see if they could diagnose what was going on and we can get started on some treatment. So I would average somewhere around 25 to 35 miles of running a week, usually anywhere between an hour to 3-hour runs, 3 to 4 times a week. And you know, when in December when the pain started, that went down basically to once a week, trying to see where I stood, and I was not getting better, and the mileage definitely went down to 1 mile here, 2 mile there, just testing out the knee that it was not responding very well. I do also CrossFit 3 times a week and then cycle twice a week. So, you know, a mix of all, and it had limited me into any type of motion that involved my knee in CrossFit, and I had quit cycling along with the running at the same time. My name is Michael Atchley, as I mentioned before. I am a environmental program manager for the state of Tennessee. I have been doing that a little over 22 years, working with our Division of Water Resources that deals with safe drinking water and recreational and river biology. So before calling Simply Physio, I did have concerns based on the length of time for the month of January that my knee had hurt, that there may be some structural damage or something else going on. But I decided to pick up the phone, give them a call, come in and meet with a therapist and get an evaluation and see what they recommended. If they recommended me to schedule an appointment with an ortho, that's the route I was going to take. Or if they understood what was going on with my knee and had a treatment plan, you know, it really eased my pain. But I was worried before I made that call whether or not I had something more than just a little bit of tenderness and weakness or inflammation. So I was very pleased with the evaluation and the process when it began. So yes, after my therapist gave me a treatment plan, going through the program for the recommended amount of sessions, I started getting some relief. The inflammation went down, the loosening of the knee became stronger. The pain when putting pressure or running was going away. And so this past weekend, you know, my first weekend that I really gave a real test to, can I get back to the level of activity I was used to? I went out and did a 7-mile run on Saturday and had little to no pain, little soreness because I hadn't been running it that distance in a long time, but nothing to do with the pain in my knee. And then on Sunday, put in 27 miles on the bike, which felt great. The atmosphere at Simply Physio has been one of the things I love the most. It's really one-on-one with your therapist, really diving into looking at where your trigger points are in your pain or whatever you're dealing with. And for me, my knee especially, started each day sort of filling out where we were last session, where we are this session, and then starting off with just beginning treatment and getting to work. One thing I enjoy being a 43-year-old active person is just putting work in, and coming in every day and putting the work in at the therapy was good. Oh yes, I definitely would recommend Simply Physio and the therapist there to any of my friends who are there having some knee trouble. Just the practicality of looking at where the pain is occurring, what kind of diagnosis is going on, and then the exercises that go along with it. I mean, they get right to it. It's not a bunch of, you know, let's fill out paperwork and let's fill out a lot of, you know, steps to get there. And then it's straight to getting to the rehab and the assessment of the knee and beginning to really put the work in. And I really like that. And getting a comprehensive treatment plan that you kind of know where you're going, not just coming in, but you've got a place to get to, goals to reach. I really enjoyed that. So yes, if you're questioning whether or not to come in, just go ahead and make an appointment and try Simply Physio.